Hey buddies, welcome to AmassGames. My name is Simon. Today I'm still in Germany. This time I'm bringing you a game which I've already given a review for. I've done that shorts for as well over at the best game invention basically in the world over in Germany, and that is in Essen, the Spiel Fair of 2022. This is a game I've already given an 8 out of 10 to. It's a game, a conceptual game. I did win the Jahres 2020. Please check out my video for that. It's me doing a run through of it in person at the Spiel Fair. This is a game for 3 to 5 players, which did surprise me for a game to win at the Jahres. And crucially, it's a conceptual game. So think Dixit, which I think won in about 2010. Now, this is by PD-Verlag. They also make fantastic games such as Concordia. I haven't done any videos in the Concordia series yet. I say series because Mac, the designer of that, has made many other games such as Navigador, which I'd love to check out. So, pictures. Aim of the game is to win. You win by ultimately trying to get people to guess what you have correctly put together from the various items, but also you're working with other people because they need to correctly guess too, and then you both get a point. Hence why minimum 3 players, because somebody needs to make sure that they're not deliberately trying to mess with you and guess the wrong thing. Now, there are some expansions, which are Pictures, Orange, the first big expansion, which adds, I think, around 110 new cards. And ultimately, then there's the newest one, which is Pictures Christmas, which I have eaten only 2 sweets, 2 little small, lovely cookies from. And that is the one which I'm very curious about as well, because, of course, it is Christmas themed, and it would go very well as a party themed games in the vein of something like Codenames, which is going to be very popular, as I always find it has been at Christmas times. So this is, like I said, a 3 to 5 player game. It's by Daniela and Christian Stor. I believe this is their first game, or at least their first PD Verlag. So a break from the norm with, obviously, Mac there, which does a bit more of a medium weight Euro game. A Euro game, by the way, if you want to see other videos such as those, check out my combinatorial playlist. Also check out my How to Set Up Play and Review playlist. And as you can see, this is just in German presently, but it is language independent. So you're trying to build shapes. We have some cards here, and if you're trying to guess a B, you're going to have these in a bag, which I'll show in a second. And when you reveal that from the bag, you might have D3, which might represent what a B is, and then you're trying to figure out how am I going to show people what this B is based on certain items. But you must pick the item that you're going to be using first, the type of describer first. So to describe something, you might have to use pieces of wood, you might have to use some coloured cubes, which represent pixels in a camera. You've also got stones and other objects as well. So lots of cards to play with initially. I might try and get some sleeves as well too. Now sometimes when you do lay out the grid, they're like this, but sometimes I think the pictures are vertical, so that's something to be aware of. So those are going to get shuffled up, laid out into a grid, and then you're going to be picking out and obviously seeing which ones you're going to have. So all of these can go in here too. Now you might have seen they're all shoelaces as well, and you might notice there's an echo. This is because I'm still filming in Germany. There's no noise cancellation here, unfortunately, so it is a bit echoey and very much a tiled room. So all these are going to go in here. You've got some question marks as well, and you're going to say, okay, that is what I'm going to be dealing with. I may well do a playthrough, potentially, just to show you one round in this example, but do check out my other video related to that on the channel. Also check out my SPIEL.digital playlist relating to games that have won it, or maybe have just been nominated as well. Again, depending on who you are and depending which orientation you want to show the picture, you're showing this as well. So there are some shoelaces here. I think there's like a couple in here. So we've got, is it 3? 1. We've got 1, 2. Oh, longer ones. Okay, yeah, just the 2, but different lengths. So they're going to go away there too. Again, lots of interesting pictures going on here. It's not the first time a game like this has been around to be nominated. There's a game from the 80s involving clay, which I haven't played yet. I know the clay is very much hard and dry by this point. So let's give it a go. Here's that pixel shape that you can draw. Here are some stones. I would say these are fairly unique. So you've got some stones you can put together. Very tactile, very nice. This is why it weighs 2.5 kilograms, actually 2,400 grams. You have a score pad, so when you're playing as a 5, you're playing over a number of rounds to see how well you do. As you see, they're only single-sided here, and that is actually in saying as who's responsible, so that goes in there too. Okay, so let's just chuck this back inside. See if anyone here that I recognise the name of. There's somebody I'm particularly looking for, but I can't see them there. And lastly, some sticks. So these sticks, can you make a shape out of them? Very tactile pieces. So these pieces can all just go away back in the bag for now. These pieces can be left over, and ultimately what these are used for is to show you the orientations. You have 2, 3, I'm going to find the 1 in a second. So that's your grid, a 4 by 4. You're going to have D down here, you're going to have B, C, and then wherever A is gone, somewhere, which hopefully I haven't lost. Now I mentioned pixels as well, which I'll try and find the A in a second. Maybe it's under the box. It's around here somewhere. And anyway, I'll come back to that one. Yes, there are these pixels, so these are going to go into this grid, and you want to try and make something based on typically a 9 by 9 or 3 by 3. So you're trying to make something that's of interest there with these various coloured shapes. Okay, very interesting going on. All right, I'm going to try and find out where this other piece has gone. I think I've chucked it into the bag, and there it is. So you're going to have some pictures out here. So bigger than what it is. You have a house, you have a lock. Let's say you want to try and draw this. You already, remember, had picked in advance this. Maybe I'd have this, and I'll try and get people to guess a lock. Again, everyone's going to reveal at the end what they picked. And when they pick, you're then going to say if they're right or wrong. If they're right, you're going to reveal, obviously, what your tile is. And therefore, you're both going to score points. Most points win, as I said. Very fun game. I very much enjoyed it. I might choose to get a couple of extra baggies just to sort out where I'm placing some tiles. So this has just been a quick run through. Again, limited space where I'm presently, but there is that full video through on YouTube as well. If you are enjoying the content, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. Aside from that, like I said, there are expansions and stuff which I will bring you to. Because this is an unboxing video, it's also going to go in that boxing teaser trailer video for what's coming to the channel soon. And lastly, if you want to, please do go ahead and share. Goes through to Instagram, and there's also links through to Facebook. Please do like and subscribe and follow along there. There's over 2,500 posts. There are also competitions. Please head through to Linktree. There are occasionally competitions. I know there is one live right now at the time of recording. So do check through there. And of course, there's a chance for you to win a game. So check that out and let me know your thoughts. Again, please make sure that you want to. You can also support the channel via Patreon. So for now, let's just say back to the table.